punk as politicians.
And here we go with another one, right? And hopefully this one's gonna get back to normal. The last couple we have kind of been some one topic things. I did the Biden and Putin one, and then I did one on CRT, which I haven't even released yet because honestly, y'all, like, I don't know, bruh, this CRT, bruh, like, I did it, and bruh, like, I'm watching it and I'm deciding on if I should even release it, bruh, because I just feel like everybody will look at me, you know, they're like, look at this racist motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the feeling that I get, bruh. Like, I don't know if maybe, you know, I'm gonna probably release it, you know what I'm saying? And actually it is released. I just haven't announced it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's up there, people could see it. It's just, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm still thinking about it. I mean, you can delete it, you can do whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, bro. CRT, I feel like you gotta if you're gonna talk about that type of shit, you gotta mix it up, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, and another thing right before we jump in that I think I'm deciding on if I want to do it is maybe like take the little highlights and like start TikToking it. You know what I'm saying? I don't do TikTok. I don't do any social media except for Twitter. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know, you know, some of the little highlights I like, and we just gonna see. But I got a few things like I said, maybe back to normal, like hitting just a few topics, bro. I just took notes. You know, this is Fireside Chats. I take notes. We talk about them. You know what I'm saying? Less like a show, more like a running discussion. You know. But you know, if you're new, you should be able to, you know, pick it up fairly easily, you know, as long as you're interested in the news and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And, so let's just get into it. Right. And, the first note that I have is kind of about, it's about Joe and his issues, you know what I'm saying? And it was just something that I was thinking about, and, you know, it was making me say, so I thought I would bring it to y'all. And, like, you use the 25th Amendment to remove a president, right? And everybody, when Trump was there, like Trump was in office, and it was clear, like, you know, there's a big kind of little movement to try and you know, kind of get a swell big enough to try and do that 25th Amendment shit. And the 25th Amendment is like, you know, your mind ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, you know, if somebody got dementia or if they catch some disease and, you know, they're not fit for office anymore. Well, they was trying to do that with Trump. I already said I never really was down with that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like, why did they try and do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did they want to do that? And I started thinking into this, and y'all gonna see why. So did they want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did they want to remove Trump? You know, like, was it because they were like concerned about like, you know, having somebody, you know, not all there, like, you know, running the country, you know what I'm saying? With, you know, if these decisions pop up that this person might not be able to handle that, you know what I'm saying? You know, like kind of a national security even type of thing, you know what I'm saying? Or did they do it just to try and remove Trump? Like, you know, we want to remove him by any means necessary. And if this shit'll work, we'll do it. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I'm asking that has really nothing to do with Trump here. It has to do all with Biden, right? You know, like why, like I'm asking why don't they do the same for Biden? You know what I'm saying? And I understand we talked about team sports and, you know, that's their team and everything. You know what I'm saying? But dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you telling me that they didn't want to remove Trump, like it wasn't just a thing to remove him. They were concerned about the country. They were concerned about national security, you know, things like that. You know what I'm saying? If you telling me that's the reason why, then that would be the only reason I would respect as to why you would try that shit. I don't believe that's why, and I'm going to tell you why I don't believe that's why. But that would be the only, you know, if that would be your answer, then, you know, okay. I wouldn't agree, but at least I could respect it. But I don't think that that's the case. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why is this. Because clearly Joe Biden has those types of issues worse than Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, the same people, you know, that same group that, you know, saw the 25th Amendment issues in Donald Trump. I mean, yeah, clearly in Donald Trump. They don't see him in Biden. They don't try and see him in Biden. They're not concerned that they might be in Biden. And that's where I start to get like a, you know what I'm saying? Like if you was concerned about the country and you know, having somebody not there running it, you know what I'm saying? How can you not have that same concern? You know what I'm saying? And like Biden got more of those issues, no question. But this is like the big issue for me with that. Like, okay, like I don't understand why they wouldn't want, like, if that was your concern, why you wouldn't want to remove Biden too, even if it's your side, even if it's your team. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't just to remove Trump and not because of those issues, if you were really concerned about the country, why wouldn't you want to remove Biden as well? You know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing, like the team thing, it don't even matter. If you remove Biden, then you still got Kamala to put in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. You know, and that just leads me to believe that 25th Amendment stuff, like, it was never about the country. It was never about any of that. It was just another reason to try and get Trump out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was crying, you know, impeachment from day one, you know, Tonti Waters and all of that. Like, you know, from day one, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was riots at the inauguration for Trump. You know what I'm saying? They were protesting Trump at the inauguration. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was going to do whatever to, you know what I'm saying? And this is just, you know, this is just me opening it up with a thought I had, you know what I'm saying? But like, listener, like, you know, be honest, you know, like, let's be honest here. Like, why is there no 25th Amendment? Like, Biden is whispering into the microphone. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that from a president on these huge stages just doing that? Like, does that not concern y'all at all? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, call me crazy. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and so that's it. But I just wanted to ask that question, you know, why don't they want to remove Biden, you know? Like, especially if it's going to be another Democrat, probably one that they like more. You know, she checks more of the boxes. She ain't no old white man. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't a fan of none of them people. You know what I'm saying? But look, I would feel more, like, I don't think that Kamala is anyway a skilled politician or anything like that. But I would just feel like safer knowing that she's in her right mind. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe is not there, y'all. And I don't know, you know, I feel like he can't go, like, there's no way he could go another year. I feel like it's so, what do you call it? Irresponsible by his handlers to do that to us and to the country, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand you roll with Joe Biden because it was, you know, it was with Trump, it was anything go. It's like they said I would elect a chair before, you know, before I would vote for a chair before I vote for Trump. They almost did, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But dude, he's out. He's gone. You know what I'm saying? He will not be, you know, as much as they say he's going to be reinstated, he's not. You know? So, bruh, let's get responsible maybe. And, you know, like, you never know when something's gonna pop. It could pop off tomorrow. It could pop off tonight, bruh. Y'all telling me that y'all are cool with that dude? You know what I'm saying? And all of that, making the decisions, and you know, and maybe if your thought is he's not really making the decisions like a lot of us think he is, that don't matter, bruh. Like, if that's the case, fine, move that motherfucker out. You got the office. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna lose the office. So, anyway, that's it, bro. I had these thoughts, you know what I'm saying? But what else we got? I wanted to do some more about CRT, bro. Like I said, bro, I'll watch that thing a few times now. The one I just did on CRT is very long. I think I'm gonna if I do keep it up, I think I might lop out the middle, the first Twitter streets, you know what I'm saying? Like, totally. I don't know. Oh, just, you know, so much stuff, bro. And like, one of the things I'm thinking is, bro, I did a whole thing on it, and I really just, I hate everything about all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of the talk, all of that is just everywhere. It's all the time. That's all we talk about is, right? I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've I see that. Like, oh, I hate it. You know what I'm saying? But it was pretty much me almost, I don't know if I could say a takedown of CRT, but it was me being very critical, like way more critical than supportive of CRT. You know what I'm saying? But you know, watching it a few times and you know, having your mind right, where you get to reflect on it. You know what I'm saying? The one thing that I would say is that like if I was the Republicans, you know what I'm saying, I would be careful not to make CRT into this big boogeyman that's like bigger than it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's where they're headed. You know what I'm saying? Like I pretty much said all my shit on the CRT. Y'all can look at it if y'all haven't yet. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, bro. Like it is getting so huge and people are getting so heated, and like you got to compare it to like to me, like the reality, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they say they want to, you know, do they want to teach it in schools? Do they not? Well, like regardless of if they do it, if they don't, they are not yet. Like not talking about college, but all of this that we arguing about, I don't apply that to college at all. Like college is free game. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you choose what you want to study. It's not a federal, you know what I'm saying? You choose your college, you choose your classes. Fuck that. If you choose to study CRT, well, that's fine. That's you. You do that. You know what I'm saying? That's like anything else. You know, now, you know, mandating it in like in the federal public schools, which they haven't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not there yet. Like I understand maybe like they're fighting because they're scared, you know what I'm saying? But that's, you know, they're scared, and that's what I'm saying. Don't make it this big boogeyman, because it's not that yet, you know what I'm saying? But it's almost like they might be making it into a self-fulfilling prophecy almost, you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like they turning it into this thing that like that's just there, you know what I'm saying? But it's not quite you know, and I even gotta blame myself for part of it. Like I don't usually do single subject podcasts, you know what I'm saying? I usually split it up in a bunch of different things, and I don't know if it's because I'm getting sucked in by all the conversation. Y'all know I listen more to the right or the left, but like that would be my advice, you know, as a former person from the left that's now kind of neither sides in it, you know, like that's my advice to them, like, you know what I'm saying? And the other thing, you know, because I put rise in crime, not hype, like it's the rise in the hype, like it's being hyped so much, you know what I'm saying? And like, and I've said all that, momentum, the big mo, like to me, like there was this big like and I talked about it a lot on the other CRT. There's this big momentum, like you can see all those people in the school board meetings, all the you know, political talk and everything, like big old wave, like a big old anti CRT wave that is like forming right now. I said it was Tea Party on steroids, and you can see that that's what's possibly forming, like a big old momentum, and it's showing to me a lot in like a lot of the polls. We're going to talk about this in a second, how the Democrats are starting to backtrack on a lot of their big things because it's turning out to be not as popular according to the polls, a lot of these things, you know. But like all of this, and you can see all the Republicans kind of already counting their chickens for the 2022 midterms, you know what I'm saying? And like clearly there's this big momentum kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of that is anti-CRT, maybe going back to the BLM protests in the summertime when the people is all accosting people in the restaurants trying to make them raise their hand and say BLM, all of that shit, you know what I'm saying? But like they need to Republicans, you know, y'all need to watch out, you know, like y'all got everybody talking about CRT, you know what I'm saying? And it's rising across the nation, you know, and the left is even forced to like they're being forced to defend it, and even kind of like a lot of them are kind of trying to distance themselves a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Kendi is afraid to admit that he's CRT. In fact, he denies it. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into that too. Like, dog, how is this man going to deny that he is a part of the CRT movement? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did this man come to power? Like prominence. You know what I'm saying? How did he come to prominence? He wrote a book. He wrote a book called, what was it? Something about anti-racism. You know what I'm saying? Like, how to be an anti-racist. Is that what it was? I think that's what it was. And now they asking this man, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, I'm not CRT. I'm just a historian. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, historian might be your day job, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like that book, to me, that ain't history. You know what I'm saying? Like, how to be an anti-racist. Like, that ain't history. To me, that ain't really facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is almost like theory and opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, how to be, you know, like, I don't know, bruh. Like, but the point is, forget about all that. Even if you think I'm wrong about all that, just the fact that he's saying, like, trying to distance himself. Personally, I think that's because he don't want his money hurt. You know what I'm saying? And he is a smart guy. You know what I'm saying? He sees this rising tide. A lot of those folk probably do too. You know what I'm saying? And Kendi's, you know, he got his whole center for research and, you know, big dollars coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure he's not trying to, you know, things are going well for him. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, but like, to take it back to the momentum thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, big old momentum the Republicans, to me, have going on right now with all of these things, with the polls, with all of that, you know what I'm saying? And then what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, Trump's trying to pop back up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling y'all, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like CRT, like, could actually be a winning issue for the Republicans, bruh. But you know what, like, could kill all of that? Is fucking Trump popping up his head and running again. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if this is gonna think, like, all of these people think, like, you know, yeah, this is proving that Trump, bruh. Because look, Trump's a guaranteed loser, bruh. Like, no doubt about it. That dude, if that dude decides to run, it's guaranteed L, bro. Like, there's too many people in the middle, too even many people like the Liz Cheneys and the Mitt Romney type of Republicans that ain't gonna be with it. You know what I'm saying? You could put anybody else and they could probably talk themselves, even like a Trump, even DeSantis. You know what I'm saying? DeSantis, you know, is connected to Trump, but he's not Trump. Those people most of those people could probably talk themselves into, you know, voting for DeSantis. But if it's Trump, if it's that name is now, it's a stain. It's a fucking scarlet letter, bruh. And the letter is L, because that's what's going to happen if he ever runs. Just like I guaranteed it in the last election, where I thought I was wrong after the night, but then all this fucking weird counting shit started going and I turned out to be right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to give y'all your money back. But like, they need to notice these things. You know what I'm saying? Like you have some good thing going with this anti-CRT thing, and then you letting this motherfucker pop back up, trying to prop this man back up. Yeah, we so happy to see this guy. Why, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? CRT might be your winner, and then you got this dude that's just gonna fucking, which is whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not the Trump guy, you know, but I'm also not the CRT guy. Like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? But one more thing about the CRT, because God, I'm still talking about it in but while my mind was right, actually last night listening to it, kind of trying to maybe clip some of the little clips, I had an awesome thought, bro. Like, to me, awesome thought. And it's the thing why, like, you know, like CRT, like, black folk, a lot of them, most of them probably agree with CRT and, you know, think it's not a bad thing. And personally, like, if you take, I guess the view that I took, I don't know how else to describe it, that I think that's kind of, where could I, silly, I guess. And let me tell you why. As I see it, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, and I could be wrong with some of this. Like I said, I didn't read none of the literature. This is just me going by feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is my impression that CRT, like, clearly it's not my impression. It's a fact that they are not happy with the systems of America as far as they're concerned, systematic racism, all of this, you know what I'm saying? And, when you mix the CRT with the Marxism, because the Marxism is a big part of that, it seems like they want to tear down a lot of the systems. Like if you just look at like policing, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not happy with the police. A lot of motherfuckers ain't happy. They want to fucking, defund the police. They want to abolish the police. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the only system. There's a lot of systems they're not happy with. A lot of systems, not only do they want to make them not racist, I feel like a lot of them, they just want to, like a statue, just rip it down and do something else. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand the wisdom of this. And let me tell you why. You know what I'm saying? And maybe this is another one where, they might look at me like the biggest old racist or whatever and whatever. Like I'm looking at like the demographics of like, not even demographics. What would you call it? Like the momentum of the kind of demographics, but how things are going. Like in this country, I feel like black folk is on the rise. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like they have the keys to the kingdom. Like it's not that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, like from where they started from to where they are now, to where you can see they going, like black folk are on the rise. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? And the way that like all the like culture and like corporations and our society and the rules, how the rules are changing, how we are changing the rules to try and I don't want to say make them happy, but like make everything more equitable, I guess. Like they want, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we kind of trying to do that. They'll say that's what CRT is trying to do as well. But my point is, okay, I feel like black folk is on the rise. I feel like they have the keys to the kingdom eventually. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering about the wisdom of tearing down all of this shit that they themselves helped create. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we talk about the 400 years of slavery and they want to teach about, about all that, about the 400 years of slavery and everything. Well, bruh, let's think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like your ancestors went through that shit. Oh my God. Do y'all hear the fucking wind, bruh? Punkers politicians. I had to stop because of the air and because it threw me off, bruh. I turned off the air. We're going to see how we can edit this stuff together. I was talking about the keys to the kingdom, basically. Maybe I was also going a little long-winded. I don't understand how, if you got the keys to the kingdom, why you want to tear it down. Like, you want to teach about this, what your ancestors went through. And bitch, it was 400 years of fucking slavery, bruh, to build up this fucking house, bruh, this kingdom. They helped build the biggest the baddest place that the world has ever seen, almost. You know what I'm saying? And you got the fucking keys coming to you, bro. Like, you can see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can see it. And y'all want to fucking burn that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It don't really make sense to me. I understand, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I understand the rage and I understand the animosity and shit, but I just don't understand the wisdom of fucking, destroying the, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna be the masters of the universe coming up here soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just how I look at it. And I feel like you want to tear it down, and I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a thought I had. You know what I'm saying? I guess we can move it on. Do I have anything else about that? Silly for that's about it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna move it on to something else. We're gonna move it on to the Supreme Court for just a second. First off, it's basically about, what's his name? Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland is bringing up the voter laws. I believe he's starting with maybe the Georgia voter law, and he's got, he's taking it to the Supreme Court, and they suing for whatever, bro. Like, whatever that it's voter suppression, and that it's unconstitutional for various reasons, which I haven't. I don't know, like, how I've been through all the arguments, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like, Like, there's no way. You know what I'm saying? And my point is, you know, the note that I have is like, if the Supreme Court, you know, would hear that case and like rule in Merrick Garland's favor to me, then we are like even like further gone than I thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, I wouldn't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of, sometimes I don't agree with their decisions. You know what I'm saying? But I just wouldn't understand, especially like when you consider the makeup of the court. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they all, like, everybody's like all because it's 6-3 for the conservatives. You know what I'm saying? So if somehow the conservatives would hear that case and rule in like that it was voter suppression, you know what I'm saying, then it would just be I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just something that I'm kind of keeping my eye on. Like they just declined to hear the bathroom transgender case. It was like some lower court decision that said that like the students at the schools can use basically whatever bathroom that they identify with now. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a boy that identifies as a girl now, you can go use the girl's bathroom. Like that's what the lower court ruled. Supreme Court said we're not taking it. You know what I'm saying? And number one, you know, they've declined to take up quite a few things here recently. And I just got to say that like a lot of people are getting blamed for January 6th. We got the January 6th commission coming up. And like, I know they're not going to look at the Supreme Court at all. But I got to say that personally, I put some of the blame on January 6th on the Supreme Court of the United States for declining to take a case. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of those people, like they tried to send a lot of the cases to the Supreme Court, and maybe that's where they went wrong by doing too many. Maybe they went wrong by doing that, you know, that cracking bullshit with Sidney Powell and all of that. But like a few of those cases were like in Pennsylvania, bro, where they could, you know, all of that, where they used the state legislature to make all those new rules where the signatures didn't have to match and they could come in days late and all of that shit, bro. Like for the Supreme Court to basically just go, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason that January 6th happened, right, was because, number one, they thought they was cheated. You know what I'm saying? You could say, yeah, no, whatever. That's why it happened. But, like, nobody was listening to them. They had concerns and nobody was listening to them. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Supreme Court, if you thought that they were full of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, take the fucking case and let them know that they're full of shit. Put the official stamp on it, like, full of shit, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, then what can they say? But all it was more people not listening to fucking these concerns they had, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, I didn't vote for Trump, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm not gonna be fucking naive and act like, dude, I live for those fucking election nights. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever since probably W's first time, you know what I'm saying? Like, staying up, watching that shit till 1 a.m, you know what I'm saying? Like, even that, like with Gore and everything, where we didn't know until whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never seen no shit like that fucking stop the count shit that just happened this time, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can act like that ain't no fishy shit. I've watched everyone since then. I ain't never seen no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So don't act like these people didn't have any concerns. That at least listen to them. You know what I'm saying? If they full of shit, rule on it. But they didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, y'all still not listening to these people, you know, honestly, to this day. All y'all, it's the same shit. You're not listening at all. You're just saying voter suppression, voter this, racism. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what you gonna do, bro? I just wanted to say that, you know what I'm saying? I think that we should put a little bit of the blame on January 6th on the Supreme Court of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like I made a decent little case right there for why. You know what I'm saying? As far as this voter suppression, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if they would rule for that, you know what I'm saying? Amy Coney Barrett, like the Handmaid's Tale, they made her out to be. You know what I'm saying? Brett Kavanaugh, the fucking crazed, drunk, pervert, whatever they tried to make him out to be. You know what I'm saying? Shitting on all these people, and then they just go and be like, you know what? That would just be some crazy, crazy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the voter suppression thing. I feel like it should be almost unanimous as far as that it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's clear. And look, and I guess I don't even know if I should talk about it now. I have this tweet that it was from today, and it was Jen Psaki, and what was she talking about? They were talking about, maybe they were kind of trying to poke at her with was it inflation or was it gas prices? I think it was gas prices, or she used gas prices as her evidence. She's basically like, maybe they saying, you know, gas $3 now, whatever, and she's like, well, nobody's talking about how you know, wasn't it gas prices? I'm kind of messing it up now. Basically she took it back to like 10 years ago it was this, and in 2018 it was this. You know what I'm saying? And both of those were worse than what it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was her little way of explaining it away. Like, you're saying it's so bad now, but what about 10 years ago? And what about even just 2 years ago? It was worse than it is now that you're bitching now. That was basically what she did. You know what I'm saying? And that is exactly what I do with voter suppression. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had the COVID, you know what I'm saying? Like, and since we had COVID, we made all these special rules that we never had, that the Republicans would have never agreed to if we wasn't scared for our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it wouldn't have looked so bad that we couldn't even leave our house. Andrew Cuomo did, in defense of democracy, cancel the New York primary. You know what I'm saying? And he tried to use COVID. It was really just so Bernie wouldn't get no extra delegates. But whatever. The point was, even he was able to do some shit like that. That's how scared we were. You know what I'm saying? All of these new things, you know what I'm saying? All of the, like, Georgia never had no voting by mail, no drop boxes, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Then they had drop boxes everywhere. It's because fucking we were scared. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, GOP tries to take some of that back. You know what I'm saying? And now it's voter suppression just because of that. And my thing is, you know, take it back to 18. Compare now, after the laws are passed, you know what I'm saying, to 18. And there's no doubt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is not even debatable that it is more, you know what I'm saying? You have more access to the ballot box in 2021 after those laws than you did even in 18. Forget about 16, the last presidential election. You know what I'm saying? Before Biden. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it was just funny. And hopefully, I don't know if I just messed all that up with the tweet or whatever, but we'll be able to see it, I think, way better whenever we do Jen Psaki's tweet on the Twitter streets. I guess we can move it on from the Supreme Court to the Democrats' U-turn on all the issues. This is one of the most interesting things to me since the last, you know, in the last week. Let's do it like this. Seems like we're doing this one a week. Bruh, like, voter ID. Have y'all noticed, like, Stacey Abrams herself trying to talk about how, oh, she was never against voter ID. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, you, like, and like, it's like the most flimsiest of whatever. Like, you wasn't against voter ID, but you down to use a utility bill as an ID. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, that's against voter ID. I don't care what you say. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know what I'm saying? But like, now, you know, and why would she do that? No doubt it's because, like, you know, all the polls are coming out and fucking 70% of the people, 80% of the people is down with voter ID. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then I'm sure she's catching blowback because they moved the All-Star game out of Georgia because of her. You know what I'm saying? All of that. She was walking that back too. We never said this. Yes, you did. That's why they moved the whole fucking All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? And dude, it is starting to go with everything. Like, look what they doing with defund the police. That's what everybody's talking about. Now they are saying, like, this is what loony land we are in now, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, now they're saying that the Republicans defunded the police. When anybody with a fucking mind, you know what I'm saying? Forget about all the shit we heard, like, on the, like, y'all want to play the presidential debates again? Because, look, Joe Biden said he wasn't for defunding the police. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's for all of these fucking extra little things that's really defund the police. It's just he don't call it defund the police, but it's all these extra people and all of that. He, of course, he'll say he wants more money for the police too, but I mean, like, that's Joe Biden, and I think that we can all understand that Joe Biden's not even in control of Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? And the Democrat Party as a whole, no question, you know what I'm saying, wants to defund the police. It's silly. And the proof of it is, look at all the cities that have done it so far. Look at all the cities that have done it so far. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say it's tens of 20s of cities. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 cities, 20 cities, a lot of cities, big cities, defunding the police. Every single one of them. Red. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, like, who are y'all fooling? And then the only receipt they have is because the Republicans didn't vote for this fucking 1 point something trillion dollar bill. You know what I'm saying? That was giving money for every fucking single little thing. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how they don't talk about how, like, they don't frame it like that when Nancy Pelosi didn't want to, didn't even, did she vote against the stimulus, that last little stimulus that Trump wanted to pass before he left? You know what I'm saying? And the Democrats are like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't want Trump's name to be on it. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, Biden gets there and they get to pass it. You know what I'm saying? But we don't, like, they don't frame it as Pelosi and them were against the stimulus for the American people. You know what I'm saying? It's unbelievable, bruh. But the defund the police, like, that is just the richest shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you in defense of the CRT, and they want to fucking tear down all the fucking systems. You know what I'm saying? Especially the police department. But now you're telling me it's not you that wants to defund the police. You know, it's the Republicans. You really want more police. Like, who believes that shit? Like, it's shit like that, you know, like if Trump don't come back or don't become too much of an agitator in the midterms, you know what I'm saying? I feel like probably the Democrats are in trouble because of shit like that, bro. Like, at least fucking come with some sanity. Cause look, both sides got their, you know, just like you got the MAGAs on one side and you got the fucking just as crazy anti-MAGA crazy people on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Those two sides, they just gonna believe it's like QAnon and Blue Anon. You know what I'm saying? They believe what they fucking believe. But then you have all the people, what's that? The 40% in the middle, bro. And they fucking got a little bit more, you know, nuance and what you call that. I can't remember the other word. I never remember that word. Where you can pragmatism. You know what I'm saying? And man, when they hearing this, you know what I'm saying? Who flies the thin blue line flag? You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, that is just insanity. All that defund the police. But to bring it back to, like, the Dems making U-turns, like, right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no doubt, like, they were the defund the police people, and now it's a big old U-turn. Not like, you know what I'm saying? Now they're trying to put that shit on the Republicans. You know what I'm saying? And it's ludicrous. And why would they do that? Why in the world would they do that? Because they like the police? You know what I'm saying? They shit on the police as every chance that they get. You know what I'm saying? It's just insane, bro. There was and another thing that U-turn on, actually, it's I don't know how much of a U-turn it is, but it's kind of like a distance. And I mentioned it earlier with Kendi, bro. The CRT people, like, now it's like, you know, CRT this, and now, like, you watch the Jarees and all them people that rep CRT hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, CRT should be taught. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should teach this because we need to learn this. You know what I'm saying? But then you start bringing up these issues, and you're like, that's not CRT. That's not CRT. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what you know about CRT? Well, I read Kendi. Well, Kendi's not a CRT person. You know what I'm saying? He's not a theorist. You know what I'm saying? And I just broke it down how silly that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, Yeah, he's a historian. He's not his book was How to Be an Anti-Racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that fall into history? You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, that sounds like the theorist telling me how I should act, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. You can just see all of this stuff happening amongst the Democrats, bro. Like, they are just fucking moonwalking like Michael Jackson on a lot of these issues, bro. Like, it's undeniable, bro. I could see oh, another one, or another kind of way they did that was remember, like, it was kind of, I guess that kind of went away for right now. I guess if they ever do away with the filibuster, it'll come back. Packing the courts. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a thing. That was what everybody wanted to know. Joe, you gonna pack the courts? Joe, you gonna pack the courts? And they didn't want to talk about it. Like, that was the big deal. They couldn't even get an answer out of Joe on if he would or if he wouldn't pack the courts. You gonna pack the courts? And then I think they saw how it was polling, how maybe Americans maybe didn't think that. And then they fucking turned that shit around. Like, we wasn't packing the courts. Y'all were packing the courts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, packing the courts means something. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just trying to fucking change the definition of that shit, trying to blame the other people. It's like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? They good for that. You know what I'm saying? I can see CRT, like, the way they distancing it. And that's not CRT. That's not CRT. I could see that shit going the way of Antifa. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't see no CRT. Y'all see CRT? That's not even, I don't know what you're saying. That's not even real. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the headquarters of CRT? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, ride for your shit, Democrats. Ride for your shit. You know, don't worry about the polling. Ride for your principles. You know what I'm saying? What else we got? And then I got a couple more things, like, real quick before we maybe wrap it up to the Twitch streams. George, what was his name? Derek Chauvin got 22 years, and for causing the death of George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? For murder, I guess, is what it's official deal now. You know, and everybody was up in arms like it wasn't enough, and it wasn't enough. And man, all I know is, like, all through the summer, right? Like, you know, this happened, and then you know, we talked about it during the summer. Then there was a big lull until the trial comes in, and all I wanted was any kind of conviction, bro. Like, I wanted fucking all of these trials ever since fucking Trayvon Martin. Okay, like I've seen them all, bruh. Like, all of them. Like, I mean, like, I'm not watching the trials per se, but I'm keeping an eye on all of these situations. Like, if it hits the news, I'm noticing it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't remember ever seeing a cop ever get convicted ever for anything as bad as so many of these looked. You know what I'm saying? I never seen a cop even get convicted for any of them. Like, not convicted for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just begging. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they was like, when they did the second degree murder and everything, I'm like, dude, just go for manslaughter. It's a fucking cop. You can't get a fucking cop. Everybody knows I'm not a fan of the cops at all. You know what I'm saying? Just get something. That was my thing. You got to get something. You know what I'm saying? Or we was going to burn. You know what I'm saying? And you get 22 years. 22 years on a cop, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't, they was comparing it to, you know, this person got this for this. This person got this for this. Bitch, 22 years for a fucking cop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the feat that you just accomplished in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And you're not happy with that? Like, oh my God, bro. Like, this just more to show you how fucking, you know, and I talked about it a lot, you know, the unreasonableness of the streets, bro. And that shit crops up every now and again. And, bruh, 22 years. And how old is the man? Probably in his 40s or something. You know, I don't know how much for good behavior. All I know was he's a cop, and they fucking convicted that man of however many crimes, and they gave him 22 years, bruh. And I just don't see how you can bitch about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus Christ. You know, he was a fucking cop, bruh. But anyway, last one, and this is kind of a hot topic issue, and I just wanted to say my little two cents about it. And it was this Olympic lady that was doing the hammer throw, and what was her name, bro? I thought I would remember. It's Gwen. Damn, I can't remember. Miss Gwen, let's call her that. She was the hammer thrower lady, and she came out third in the trials. And it was this weird story where she said she made it about her. Like, they set me up because they played the fucking national anthem at at the Olympic trials. Like, come on, girl. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that, I'm for, like, cap kneeled and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to protest, you're going to protest. That's fine, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I don't know. I think the reason it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, and I'm going to tell you my take on her. But let me tell you the reason why it left a bad taste in my mouth first. Because, like, during that same time period I saw it on Twitter. I saw the story of another athlete, a black lady, female athlete, that made the Olympic team. And her story was, she was going to be the first person to compete in their own shoes in the Olympics, because this lady, got pregnant, like, sometime, during training and everything. And Nike tried to cut their business with her by 70%. You know what I'm saying? I guess because she was pregnant. I don't know. Maybe she couldn't do what she needed to do. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So what does this lady do? You know what I'm saying? So, she got reason to be bitter. She started her own company, made her own shoes, made the Olympic team, and now she's here. You know what I'm saying? Doing that. That's that lady's story. This other lady is just, I don't know, bro. Like, it's hard for me to, I guess if you feel this way, you feel this way, and it's America, and you have that right, to protest. I just don't understand it. Like, if you hate this country so much, bro, why you repping it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why even take all that money to train and rep? You're representing that country. You know what I'm saying? And don't tell me you just doing it, just doing it so you can bring attention to this bullshit, bro. She's doing it to make a living. You know what I'm saying? Like, this country is providing her a living to do what she does best, and she's just hating it. I understand her grievances, you know what I'm saying? But it don't sit the best with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't hating. Do it. And maybe I'm saying I'm not hating, and I am kind of hating. But I just look at the difference, and like I just said, the story of the other lady, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's what you want. It's what you want to make it. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you my take on her actions of, like, just now. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently she got in trouble with the past. She got suspended. She came back. She went third at this trials. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, like, she's saying, they set me like that, and it's the way she's going about it, right? Like the whole thing about making it about her, and they set her up by playing the national anthem at the fucking Olympic trials. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so what, like, there's a, like, bruh, this right here, you know what I'm saying? I can respect that. That's fucking, you know what I'm saying? You're not fucking making it about you. You won, and you fucking doing what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? This lady is totally making it, I feel like, about her, bro. And the reason why I think she's doing that is because, I mean, think about it, y'all. Like, this is just the Olympic trials, right? And she came out third. I was trying to check and see if she even made it. This third mean you make a team? How many hammer throwers we taking to Japan? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. And then you got to compete against, like, them fucking East Germans and all of that shit. Like, I don't know how good we even usually do in hammer throws, especially when you look at how she looked to the two chicks that beat her. You know what I'm saying? They look like they could have been from East Germany or whatever. But whatever. My point is that if you only coming out third in the fucking American hammer throw trials, women's, you know what I'm saying? You probably ain't medaling in Japan. You know what I'm saying? So all this activism athlete that she got on her shirt, you know what I'm saying? You not, unless you fucking wearing that to warm up in Japan, which they said they're not gonna allow you to do, there's only one. You only get one chance to make all this ruckus right here, and it was right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she really. I think she was trying to get paid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's maybe a ugly way of putting it. Because I'm not trying to say that she doesn't really believe, you know, what she's talking, you know, all the stuff she's saying and everything. I totally believe she does. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's my piece, and I'm gonna stick to that, bro. That's all I got on this on the no side. We're gonna hop to the Twitter streets real quick. I say real quick, but I think I got pretty many this time. Still a lot, and it's gonna be on the different topics like it usually is. So let's go over there. I'm gonna catch you over there. Hopefully that air thing didn't mess us up too bad. All right, and we're back on the Twitter streets, right? I hope y'all can tell, like, I got a little bit more pep in my step. Like that last one, bro, that we was doing the CRT. I was just in the midst of I don't know what it was, bro, like a 10-day sickness, bro, where it's like this cold thing. I don't even know if you know, I was concerned that I might have had the Rona, bro. Like, like it was really bad, but I ain't never really coughed as bad as I did. I never really like went get you know, to see if I had it, but I mean, I'm vaccinated, you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is, but I'm finally like it's clearly like I just have more everything, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not coughing up a storm, still a little bit, but not like it wasn't. I feel like you can tell just my energy is different, you know what I'm saying? But you know, Twitter streets, that's enough of that. We're gonna do what we usually do. And the first one we got is Prep Seer. And he tweeted, the 6 positive players should have been out. The rest should have been allowed to play. This is about the College World Series, and it's about COVID, coincidentally. I don't know if y'all saw, but they tested, what was it? NC State, I believe. One of the teams they tested, because I don't really watch the College World Series too much. They tested positive, so they made them like forfeit their game. And this is the semifinals for the national championship. You know what I'm saying? Big Cinderella team doing real well. And they just, you know, like 6 of them tested positive, but it was like 2 of them were unvaccinated. And that's why you know, if your whole team was vaccinated, they didn't even test you. But if you had some unvaccinated people, then they tested you. They tested them. 6 players tested positive. 4 of them were vaccinated. 2 of them were not. So they made them, you know, forfeit their game. So Vandy had a walkover. You know what I'm saying? So the tweet says 6 positive players should have been out, but the rest should have been allowed to play. I totally agree with that. Vandy players should have been tested with any positive players bench. That's the other team. Because that's the other thing. Like, okay, like, I don't get it. Like, you know, if you hold, like, you just saw with the NC State that even vaccinated players could have it, right? But you're not even testing teams if all their players are vaccinated. I don't get that either. You know what I'm saying? But people were making the point, and it's so true. Like if they was the NC State team, they would have like, if they were them, they would have went buy tickets to go to the World Series and then just sit in the stands, because they're not testing any of the, like, people in the stands. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, you know, you just buy a ticket and you go. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just all this COVID stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the NCAA and their wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Seems pretty simple, but the NCAA always goes too far when it comes to COVID. Bad decisions hurt the kids in the College World Series. But, like, it's not a big deal. To me, it's a big deal to them, though. And that's just what I feel, bro. And I feel like it definitely deserved a mention there. Like, that's just some wild stuff right there, bro. And didn't it happen in some other sport where somebody had to forfeit a whole game? Some college sport? I don't remember. We'll move it on, because we got a lot. Odds Bible. Did y'all see the Tour de France where that lady held up a sign and it just caused the biggest wreck. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even have much to say to that except for wow. You know what I'm saying? Like to the tweet I just put mon dieu, because that's something that my mom Castile, rest in peace, that was one of her phrases. Like, you know, she spoke Cajun French. You know what I'm saying? And it was mon dieu, like my goodness, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? And that's, what else can you say to that, bro? That's unbelievable. Y'all see that picture right there. And another one, like just a few of these little sports ones to start, bro. I have nothing to do with disc golf. You know what I'm saying? But my cousin, he does that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his big thing. But I mean, if you're just a sports person at all, then you have to recognize the insanity that was that man that went to the final hole, how 200 plus feet away. You know what I'm saying? Like this man was 200 feet, like basically teeing off in disc golf. You know what I'm saying? He's on the tee. Basically, if it was real golf, you're on the last hole and you need a hole in one. You know what I'm saying? To force a playoff. Okay? Like think about that. You're on the last hole. It's a par 3. You need to sink it to go in the playoffs, and this motherfucker sank it. Like, oh my God, insane, like so insane. I just had to put it on here just to be like, whoa. Maybe we're gonna get more into the what we usually get into coming up here. Kind of. I actually put this little picture of this. I clipped it right on the end, or like at the end, not at the end of the video, but like right as I was editing it, kind of putting in those little extras. I put this in, but I never really talked about it or nothing. And the tweet is just from some WTLA, whatever that means. Said, got a Klansman piñata made for the party. History. And it's a kid's birthday party, right? They look like they're not even 10 years old. And they made a piñata that looked like a KKK person. And that's the piñata that they hitting, and it's hanging from a tree. You know what I'm saying? And there's like this pretty black lady that's named Kalechi that says, this is so weird and unhinged. They're literally kids. We should be talking to children about race, but the conversations need to be care-based and age-appropriate. The anger is more than justified, but this is such a performative, empty gesture. And like, I agree with all of that, of course, and I really agree with her last little sentence that says, let kids be kids. Because I mean, man, that's like, ooh wee. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do, bruh? Just thought I would point that out. GSG the original tweeted. Oh, and this is about Donald Trump and his all it was a picture basically of it says MAGA supporters seen leaving Donald Trump's Ohio rally in droves, and clearly he's still giving his speech, and bruh, so many people are leaving. It's really surprising. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, I don't know what that means, if that means anything. I don't even really feel like that would, like a big deal was made about this. And you know, the man's not a blue check or nothing, but you know, I just put positive development, bro. Like, and actually for both sides, y'all, like the right might not understand it or believe it right now, but if that was true and if that would happen in greater numbers, it would be good for them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even saying, like, as far as if you're a MAGA side, bro, okay, be a MAGA, you know, that's, you want to be the MAGA side, you don't want to be the Rhino side, that's all fine. All I'm trying to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying, is that if Donald Trump runs, he loses. You know what I'm saying? And anybody with the Trump name, because like I said, scarlet letter, all of that, bro, it's like a guarantee that he cannot win and won't win. And I'm not even worried about jinxing it or nothing like that. And y'all know I'm a big jinx person. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm following the science, and the science is saying that this man can't win. He cannot win. But whatever, bro. We gonna move it on. Sarah Wilkinson. Nearly 130 Palestinian families and 1,500 people face the destruction of their homes to make way for a plastic Israeli theme park. And, you know, it's the story saying demolishing Palestinian homes for an Israeli religious theme park. You know, what did I put? They were saying something about morality. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, bro, That's only about the real estate. All of that shit is all about the real estate, and the Israeli side don't ever want to talk about the real estate. You know what I'm saying? All it is like these terrorists did this to us for no reason. You know what I'm saying? No reason, and yet what? 130 Palestinian families, 1,500 people face the destruction of their homes for a religious theme park. You know what I'm saying? It's all about real estate, and that's all it's about. Recognize. The next tweet is from one of my favorite people, Toure. I used to like Toure, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I used to respect his mind, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, about that race stuff, but now I feel like he's just silly, you know what I'm saying? And I pointed out a bunch of times, and I just do, you know what I'm saying? And maybe this is one of the times. He's just kind of like, he's like this radical, but it's like a silly radical. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of times he don't make sense. Maybe this was showing, I don't know. He put, I reject the notion that he's talking to this lady Connie that says because it will lose us elections. And I think he was talking about defunding the police. The lady Connie says because it will lose us elections. I'm sure she wasn't for it. And then Tory says, I reject the notion that defunding will cost us elections. But imagine if we'd listened to those who said that about slavery, abolition, or gay marriage, or universal health care. Standing up for what's right and what will best serve constituents is important. And I wonder what constituents he's talking about, because I screenshotted this article and I just wanted to Google just to see for myself, you know, like what I put, like defund the police poll, and that's what I searched, and what came up was fewer than 1 in 5 people support defund the police movement. USA Today poll finds, and that's USA Today, a left-leaning publication. 1 in 5 people support defund the police. But I reject the notion that defunding will cost us elections. Like, okay, dude, whatever, bro. You go ahead. You keep rejecting that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the fuck, bro? And what? It's another Tory. And it's like Senator Mazie Hirono, like, ugh. But, you know, big time left lady. Democrats do not stand for defunding the police, she said. That was my wife chiming in because I went turn off the air. She's like, it's hot. Hurry up, wrap it up. That's fucked up. And he put, why not? Like, Tory can't understand. Like, this lady is a Democrat, and I'm sure she really is. She's really for defunding the police, but she understands, like, the political realities. You know what I'm saying? And Tory, he just don't care because he's just emotional and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I put the same reason voter ID is okay now to Abrams. The same reason they now saying it's the Republicans who want to defund the police. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? Why not defund the police? You tell me why they saying that it's the Republicans now that defunded the police or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense, Tory. You know, to yourself first, bruh. Damn. SB tweeted, I've had a bad week. First USAA and now Toyota. The thing is, I really am about to buy a car, and just like the last time, it comes down to Honda or Toyota. Blah blah blah. They are bitching because, like, just like I did the Scott Cawthon thing, and I'm asking, how is that woke to destroy a man just because he donated to the Trump campaign? Well, now Toyota donated to some politicians that voted to not certify the election. You know what I'm saying? And now they all want to nobody want to buy a Toyota no more from the left. You know what I'm saying? And I just wish one time one of these companies, man, just one, had the balls to say, cool, we didn't want your closed-minded business anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wish they would. You know what I'm saying? Like, good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wish they would just get on Twitter to all of these people and be like, good, we didn't want your shit anyway. Good. You know, like, it just, I don't know. And either side, it don't matter because both sides do it. You know what I'm saying? They get mad. They want to, you know, it's whatever company for whatever. Like, the left does it too, the right does it. And I don't care which, you know, it's just for my personal entertainment. I want one of these countries to say, yeah, okay, that's cool. We didn't want you buying our shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Axia, I guess we're going to do a few Toyotas on the donation numbers. We do not believe it's appropriate to judge members of Congress solely based on their votes on the electoral certification. And I'll put, hear me out. What if it was really Japanese collusion? You get it? You know what I'm saying? You know, like, because Russia was behind all that shit, and Toyota's really Japanese. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Just me doing that Twitter shit. What we got? Natasha Bertrand, blue check, breaking. Pentagon press secretary says, at President Biden's direction, U.S. military forces earlier this evening conducted defensive precision airstrikes against facilities. Basically, Biden bombed some shit in Iraq and said it was Iran-backed shit. You know what I'm saying? And I just took the quotes. Quote, defensive precision airstrikes. You know, like, yeah, defensive precision airstrikes. And then the other one I quoted was, quote, the Iraq-Syria border region. I don't know how much I got to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how, you know, defensive what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, why are we bombing that shit? You know? Yeah, that's all. I had some other ones, but I guess it's not here. CNN breaking news: President Biden ordered airstrikes against Iran-backed militia groups in the Syrian border. The department says. And for this one, I was just me being Twitter stupid again. I heard today Russian media asked Putin if he thought Biden was a killer. You know what I'm saying? Because they asked Biden if they thought Putin was a killer. And, you know, we act like we don't kill motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a problem with us bombing other countries. You know what I'm saying? And especially with this next tweet. You can kind of see how I come at it. I can't even see this man's name. If you're on the video one, you're going to be able to see it. Breaking. Biden orders airstrikes on Iran-backed militias in Syria and Iraq. I was wondering when the Democrats are going to start a new war to distract from how terrible they are running the country. You miss Trump yet? Me too. A lot in there. And I don't agree with all of it. But to it, I wonder if General Milley's wokeness. You know, remember General Milley who gave that impressive, I said, defense of CRT in front of Congress. I wonder if General Milley's wokeness applies to all people of color or just the American people of color. You know what I'm saying? You Mr. Woke Military CRT. You know what I'm saying? Like, you learning about you learning about black folk. You learning about people of color, you know, oppressed peoples and all of that. And we dropping bombs on them in other countries. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, how far does that wokeness go, General? You know what I'm saying? Like, I bet he wants to understand the folk he blows up. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Y'all know that's good. Next one. Christina Wong from the Pentagon airstrike. Same thing, bro. Airstrikes against Iran-backed militia groups in Syria, blah, blah, blah. I guess I read it because I said, can we get a fact check on this propaganda? Snopes and PolitiFact. And what did it say? The thing says, we are in Iraq at the invitation of the government of Iraq for the sole purpose of assisting the Iraqi security forces in their efforts to defeat ISIS. And I'm like, bitch, are we still doing this shit? You know what I'm saying? And I could have sworn that I had saw that like sometime last year the Iraqis or the Iraqi government voted to get us out, for us to get out. You know what I'm saying? And then I think I looked it up, and this is what came up because there's some screenshots. In 2020, Iraq voted to ask the United States and its coalition members to withdraw all of their troops from the country, with the U.S. President Trump asserting that sanctions will be imposed against Iraq if the United States troops were forced to exit Iraq. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we still there, bro. Like she said, we are in Iraq by the invitation of the government of Iraq. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe that. But it's propaganda. Propaganda is what it is. And that's why I pointed it out. Werner Klopek tweeted, so I hate to rain on y'all's parade here. Oh, this one's a good one. It was back to the Toyota thing. I hate to rain on y'all's parade here, but as an avid auto enthusiast, I felt like I needed to say something based on today's trends. Toyota owns at least 20% of Subaru. They've had a partnership for over 15 years carry on. And that's because the reason that's funny is because all of those people was like, you know, it was Toyota and they're like, fuck you, we're going to buy a Honda. And then they got on to Subaru and everybody's like, yeah, Subaru's a good company. And they give to these causes and everything. Yeah, Subaru's good. And everybody started jumping on Subaru. And then that person came with that fire tweet right there. And ain't that always how it goes, bro? You boycott this, we're going to go to that. Come to find out that that is owned by the company trying to boycott. This is how it goes, bruh. Next tweet, YouTube. What did YouTube banned Right Wing Watch? And it caused a little shitstorm. They banned Right Wing Watch, which is a site, apparently, I don't even know what it is, but it's a site that apparently shows right-wing extremism videos. But all they do is they take clips that they find on the YouTube, and they find the extremist ones, and they replay them. You know what I'm saying? And they gather them all where you can just go look at all the right-wing extremism. Well, I don't even know what got them banned or why they got banned, but they got banned. But it only lasted a couple hours, and then they were like, ooh, that was our bad. You know, that was our mess up. You know what I'm saying? And to that, I just put YouTube is never going to keep right-wing watch suspended. Sites like YouTube and Twitter are right-wing watch. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because don't lie, like, they just be suspending all the conservative crazies that they don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, there's no argument with that. What is this one? I don't know. There was this video going around and trending about with Whoopi Goldberg and Stacey Abrams, and it was like the old guard talking to the younger folk about the politics and everything. You know what I'm saying? And damn, bruh, my wife just turned on the air again. That's cold, bruh. That's cold-blooded. So I hope we're gonna do it. We can't argue with the wife if y'all can't hear this. You know, we can argue with the wife, but we just not gonna for the health of the, you know what I'm saying? Joe Biden is responsible for ending apartheid. It's time to stop giving the neoliberals the benefit of the doubt, pretending you're good intention, and just start writing y'all off just bootlicking coons. Why did we even do this? And all I put was like, because people were tripping because Whoopi Goldberg was talking really bad to these like talking down on all these little youngsters, you know what I'm saying you need to respect the people that came before you, and you don't step on their shoulders of the people that came before you and everything. And she's like, we ended South African apartheid, you know what I'm saying? And to the tweet, that tweet, I just put the Jewish lady on apartheid. You know, it's because Whoopi Goldberg identifies as Jewish or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Giving us this lecture on apartheid and shit. I don't think she'd be talking about Israel at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. This air got me shook now. And then this next tweet is from Zach. I don't know who that is. It's about Whoopi specifically. We've been known who she was, and it's the picture, bro. It's unbelievable when you just see it. And like I said, if you're gonna have the audio picture, the audio version of this, the video version, you're gonna be able to see it. If you got the audio, it's not, but it's a picture of Whoopi when she was dating Ted Danson, and they did that thing, and Ted Danson was in the blackface. Now, it was the ugly blackface. It was the minstrel show blackface. You know what I'm saying? But like, honestly, what's grosser to me about that picture than Ted Danson actually being in the brown face is Whoopi Goldberg looking at how she's looking at Ted Danson. Because like, fellas, get you a woman that looks at you like Whoopi Goldberg looks at Ted Danson in blackface. Like, it is like that, bro. Like, she is just lapping it up and loving it. You know what I'm saying? And the little caption on it says, remember when Ted Danson roasted Whoopi Goldberg in blackface while using the N-word over a dozen times? Imagine that happening today, bro. Whoopi's response: it takes a whole lot of courage to come out in blackface. I don't care if you don't like it, I do. Right? There's the lady on The View that's lecturing us about all this shit all the time, bro. Like, it's unbelievable. We just talked on the last podcast about how there's like, only the right gets in trouble for crossing the CRT shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's double standards and all of that. I mean, bruh, there you go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can you imagine if that was somebody from the right, bruh? Like, unbelievable. Matt Hodler, that, which is crazy. Like, Hodler, I wonder if he's into the crypto, if y'all know what I'm saying. People complaining about Gwen Berry. Here we go. Gwen Berry was her name. That's the activist athlete, black lady, hammer thrower lady. People complaining about Gwen Berry representing the USA need to hit the gym and start practicing their hammer throws because she earned her spot in Tokyo. I'm glad the team has at least one athlete activist, and I wish more white athletes would act in solidarity. And they got pictures of her like doing all that stuff. Oh, and that one right there, I kind of talked about it all in the notes, bro. Like my quote on the setup, my take on it being a setup was a setup. It was by her because she had to do it now. Like that whole thing I said, you know what I'm saying? Like she probably ain't gonna medal, so this was her time to shine, The next one I thought was an even better tweet, and it's basically what I said in the notes, but I broke it down into a cool little tweet, bro, where I took a screenshot of the Gwen story and then a screenshot of her name is Allison Felix, and it was the lady who started her own shoe company. And I just put them right screenshots next to each other, and I put the tale of two Olympians in America, victimization versus empowerment. And right, like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's what you make of it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I bet both of those ladies, they both grew up black ladies in America. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of, it's two different. It's very different stories and stuff, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's America, bro. Everybody got the right to do what they want to do. But I like the next tweet was a tweet just by me, straight tweet. I didn't quote nothing, and I asked, have athletes from other countries? I was wondering, have athletes from other countries protested their other countries during the Olympics, like besides Americans? Like everybody knows 68, the two brother men did that. You know what I'm saying? But like I tried to Google it. And all they were showing was that, the famous picture and everything, and I just put it would be interesting if that was purely American phenomenon. And I feel like it's not, but like Google didn't help me. They didn't, like I feel like somebody would have had to protest their shit. But like my point is, not a lot of people would stand for that. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine? Like especially like some of our enemy countries, if that shit would happen. You know what I'm saying? Like. Like we always joke that like when the Russian athletes don't do good, we joke about what's gonna happen to them just because they didn't do good. You know what I'm saying? Not that they were fucking shitting on the country in front of everybody on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Just that they didn't win. We like, oh, that's it for that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? In America, you can just turn around and shit on your country. Like that's almost one of the best arguments for America. Like, look the fuck what we could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, like that's how I look at it, bro. The next tweet was also a straight tweet by me about some sports, bro. Did y'all see Scottie Pippen acting a fucking ass, talking so much shit about so many people, bro? And I was a Bulls man. I did a whole little podcast on the little Bulls thing, I believe, when they did the Michael Jordan the Bulls documentary, and I love Jordan, I love Scottie, I love all of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even Scottie's talking all this shit, I still love Scottie, but man, he was just spitting fire everywhere, just shitting on people. You know what I'm saying? Dan Patrick had him on the Dan Patrick show, on the radio show, and he's asking him about the because Scottie always had this issue about that play when Jordan was retired. Scottie was the man on the team. They had Kukoc at the end of the game. Phil drew up a play for Kukoc. Scottie got mad, didn't want to even go in. He refused to go in the game. Kukoc, in 1 second left, they got the ball to Kukoc. He hit the shot. They win the game. You know what I'm saying? Scottie looked like a fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? But so, they said something like Dan Patrick asked him about that, and he's like, you kind of sound like it was a racial thing. You know what I'm saying? And Scottie was like, yeah, and so he's like, well, so if that would be the case, are you saying that Phil Jackson was a racist? And Scottie was like, I ain't got no problem with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, calling Phil a racist. So I just tweeted, can a Zen master be a racist? You know what I'm saying? And I'll put, he does have master in his name. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not saying that Phil Jackson cannot. Like, I don't think Phil Jackson was a racist at all. And I don't think that most of his players that ever played for him would say that. You know what I'm saying? Especially Phil Jackson, but he did have some issues. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole calling LeBron and all this, boys like a posse and all of that. But I mean, come on, bro. Like I don't know if that's racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe I'm wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? And especially like looking, when did he say that? Early 90s, maybe? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the early like comparing the early 90s to comparing what the fuck is going on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, this is not even the same. You can't even judge that. But we gonna move it on. Thomas Chatterton Williams. I had mentioned Thomas Chatterton Williams. I like Thomas Chatterton Williams. This is another interesting black man that has an interesting story. That was the one that his daddy made him study after school a lot, and he talked about how, like, being a black man or black kid growing up, that he kind of had to hide that from his people, like from his boys and everything, because he was big into basketball and all of that, and he didn't want them to know how he was all into the books, because that would be acting too white. You know what I'm saying? Like, interesting man with an interesting story. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he tweeted on critical race theory, because he's like from like I said, there's two schools of like, I feel like black thought on race. You know what I'm saying? There's the whole CRT that's dominating the discussion, and then you have these other people like Thomas Chatterton Williams, like what's her name, Chloe Valdery, and what's the other one, not Langston Coleman. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Those type of people who's more so, like, why, or you know what I'm saying, like, where are those people? Why are we not letting, why are those people not getting more run, bruh? Because they are talking some sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this man tweeted, "It is egregiously unprofessional that Joy Reid stated on television that, quote, intersectionality is not part of critical race theory, and that critical whiteness studies is not a subfield of CRT." And then he has this, it's awesome, because he has like the critical race book, like the introduction to critical race theory, that is probably, if they do teach class like in college and stuff, this is probably what they use as a textbook, kind of, you know what I'm saying? And he has like his own book with the handwritten notes, you know what I'm saying? And like, he's just like, he went into the index of that book, and it's like intersectionality, and he's looked, and it's like all these pages where it talks about intersectionality, and then like the same thing for like white studies and critical white studies. You know what I'm saying? Like, the book clearly mentions like all of that shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, Joy Reid, I feel like, is making kind of a little ass of herself, bro. Like, I don't know, like, she's making herself out to be like the biggest expert in that shit, and I feel like people are busting her down, bro. Like, I put Joy Reid as a fucking joke, bro. I'm telling y'all, the anti-CRT is rising, and as it rises, CRT is gonna go the way of. I said all that. It might go the way of Antifa. And then I'll also ask, where's Brian Stelter or Kyle Griffin with their fucking fact checking in real time shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, Joy Reid's like, intersectionality is not a part of critical race theory. You know what I'm saying? And it's in the fucking book. You know what I'm saying? All of this shit, Kendi's not critical race theory. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like coming to be the big thing now. It's like, that's a big thing. You don't know what's in critical race theory. You don't know what critical race theory is. Joy, maybe you don't know what critical race theory is either. You know what I'm saying? Because, and then same guy, I love that Thomas broke. Oh yeah, and I put that. I also love that he broke out his own copy with the handwritten notes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Joy's telling you don't know what it is. You don't know what it is, and so this guy's like, well, actually, let me break out my own book with the handwritten notes that I made and show you that you're wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's fire to me. Next guy is doing her interview with, and this made the rounds. It was so huge. Joy Reid had on this guy named Chris Rufo, who I never heard of before, but he's like in the mode of James Lindsay. Like, they're the big anti CRT warriors. Like, they fight that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I am amused by James Lindsay. I know who he is. I had never heard of Chris Rufo, but apparently Chris Rufo was making this big old deal and kind of challenging Joy Reid and saying Joy Reid didn't want to like have him on the show or whatever to talk about CRT. And to Joy Reid's credit, she did have him on, and they had a discussion, and she was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, doing some jewelry things. I don't know. I don't even get into that. The tweet says it's from Myth Informed MKE, whoever that is. During her interview with Chris Rufo, Jory made a big deal about Ibram X Kendi not being a critical race theory. I said that because I saw that, and she did, bro. Like, Kendi's not critical race theory. You know what I'm saying? Theorist. You know, and then he plays this video, and it says, in this Atlantic interview, the interviewer specifically points out that Kendi teaches critical race theory. Kendi doesn't correct him, and he defends CRT. And I don't know how long ago that is, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I said, I think that Kendi sees the writing on the wall too. He's not trying to mess up his money, you know what I'm saying? And now it's all about, I'm a historian, I'm not a theorist. You know what I'm saying, bro? I feel like that's one of the things that gets me about CRT. Like I guess it's the criticalness of the thought, you know what I'm saying? It's a fucking, it's like semantics, bruh. It's like semantic bullshit. There's a lot of times what it boils down to. But whatever, bro. We're gonna move it on. K-pop Herald. This is just me being silly. Like I said, bro, we was hitting a lot of shit this time. During whatever this thing is Global Congress, NCT, which I think is like a K-pop group. Not a fan of K-pop. I hate when that shit just infest Twitter like it does. You know what I'm saying? I don't know any songs about it. I don't know nothing about it. All I know is I see that shit and them fam cans and these people dancing, and it's like whatever, you know what I'm saying? But whoever they are sat down with basically their what looks like their Simon Cowell, like the guy that runs this shit, and he's talking about how they have a something Hollywood project. And it looks like maybe they're gonna try and fucking bring that shit to Hollywood and do a Hollywood type of thing. And I'm like, no, keep that shit out of here. You know what I'm saying? Please, I'd rather CRT take over than that K-pop shit take over, bro. Like, I do not want that shit. I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I always have this thought that like if I would ever get popular, like that shit would kill me. My disdain for K-pop, you know what I'm saying? Like they would just kill me for that shit. Vicky Cecil X tweeted, "This is so like weird. Like, is this the worst?" She had you know how in Twitter you can do your own poll. She did her own poll, and it said, "Is this the worst time in America since you've been born?" And then I voted just so I could see the thing on the poll, and it was 100% yes. Like, oh my god. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? That's not good at all. The lady has 17,000 followers, y'all. That's not good. What we got? Brett Weinstein. YouTube just demonetized Brett Weinstein, bruh. Like, it's interesting. Like, we did the Right Wing Watch. YouTube suspended the Right Wing Watch for just a little while, and then they said it was wrong. Well, they suspend, Right Wing Watch, you know what I'm saying? So, lefty, all of that, they're not going to suspend that. I said they are a Right Wing Watch. Well, YouTube just demonized and demonetized both Dark Horse channels, which is Brett Weinstein's channel, him and his wife. He's a professor / scientist, bro. And he's basically, I don't even know if he's left or right. He's like a free thinker type of deal, but he's kind of like always suspicious of the COVID origins. And, now he's talking about this certain medicine that could really help that nobody, like that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, they just demonetize and kick this dude off of Twitter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Put fuck YouTube, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this man is a scientist. You know what I'm saying? And they fucking, I don't know, bruh. Like, and he's talking about wiping out more than half of our family income. Their message: drop the science and stick to the narrative, or else. And it's true, bruh. It's true. They don't like what this man, like what he's coming to, and I mean, he's not saying that it's not real. You know what I'm saying, or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just insane, bruh. It is insane that they messing with this man. And I put this should be trending just like that right wing watch did. It should be, but it, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't. It just was something, you know. I follow Brett Weinstein, so it came across my TL. But it's just a shame that it's not, bro. Like the double standards, all of that shit, bro. PM Sports News. Jalen Rose, bro. Like, walks back comment calling Kevin Love, quote, token white player on Team USA. And Jalen Rose, one of the Fab Five from Michigan, you know, all about his blackness and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Which I ain't got a problem with. I just got a problem with the statement that the man just made. You know what I'm saying? Because what the fuck, bruh? You know what I'm saying? Kevin Love is the token white player on Team USA, and he walked it back. You know what I'm saying? But, like, you can see what's running through his head. And you know what, bruh? If a white person would have said that about a black person, they wouldn't be working for ESPN no more. You can book that, bruh. And this is what I say about how, like when I talked about in the notes about how black folk got the keys to the kingdom. Shit like that, bruh. Like how, like, the shit's different. Like, if it was a white person right there, he would be fired. But Jalen ain't gonna get fired. And look, I ain't even tripping on none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to point out that you got the fucking keys to the kingdom coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you want to tear this shit down? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just insane. I put it's all about that equity, boy, until then it's tokenism. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all we want equity. We want equity. You get one fucking white dude on the team. You know what I'm saying? It's not about equity no more. Then it's tokenism. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. You know, besides CRT, like, you know, and this one was another interesting one. And I also like this guy's tweets and stuff. Like, he just came across my shit. I started liking him. It's like, he has a picture of when, what's her name? Nicole Hannah-Jones kind of got denied tenure at NC, at North Carolina Chapel Hill. And then I guess there was some kind of like protest, right? And like some ladies are holding up signs. And one of the signs that the lady is holding up for this, and it says 1619 through 2021, same struggle. That's the sign that the lady's holding up. So this man, Camille, but it's like he's a black man. What is he from? If it says he's from Cali, bruh. You know, free think media, whatever. He put 1619, 2021, same struggle. Among the most unintentionally hilarious protest signs I've seen, and the context only makes it more preposterous. Refusal to give this famous, powerful, wealthy woman a well-compensated job she can't be fired from. Exactly like slavery. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of as funny as that to me was my little chime in. I just put 1619 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's doing Jim Crow 2.0, Jim Crow 2.0. So that's it. Nicole Hannah-Jones not getting her tenured job that I don't even know if she was teaching there before then. 1619 2.0. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Same guy, that Camille guy, and he was talking about, I don't know if we talked about in the notes, the Oakland police chief kind of made a plea today or yesterday about like they cut his budget, they defunded his police by a lot, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, he called the press conference to say, look, man, we are in a crisis. Like, you know, he was going off talking about how, you know, just this past weekend they had like 4 murders in 3 days, and how murders in the city are up 90%, bruh, and like robberies up like almost 20%. Like, he was going through all the numbers and they were staggering, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And he's just begging for help, basically. You know what I'm saying? And what did I put? What happened here? Camille actually put all of that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he put, if this was a screenplay, they'd say this was a little too over the top. The first tweet was at 7:18, and it was like, Oakland police chief slams council vote on funding as deadly shooting surge. Bruh, not even an hour later, armed robbers held up news crew as it interviewed Oakland's chief police prevention. The camera crew got robbed when they was interviewing the dude, bruh. Like, Believable. What you gonna do? But AOC says that that's it's hysteric. It's don't give in to the hysteria of the rising crime. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Oh, and this one was like breaking news. Just trying to make a big hay about this one. Breaking news: Clarence Thomas's wife owns stock in a marijuana wholesaler. Gee, I wonder if this could be the impetus for the sudden change of heart on the subject. And I put all of these gotcha people. Who gives a fuck, bruh? Legalize it. That's it, bruh. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, legalize it, please. We gonna move it on. Ooh, look, this is the one I was talking about in the notes. Jen Psaki, okay? And it was gas prices. You forgot to mention that she tweeted, like her tweet. You forgot to mention that gas prices are the same now as they were in June of 2018, or that this time last year unemployment was 11%. Today is 5.8. POTUS agrees families shouldn't pay more at the pump. That's why he's opposed to GOP proposals to raise the gas tax. You know what I'm saying? And so then they're all like, oh, Jen Psaki dunked on, and it was Jim Jordan. Dunked on Jim Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm just like looking at it like, this is exactly like how I broke it down in the notes about the voter suppression, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just take it back to 2018 if you want to play that game. You know what I'm saying? Look at how many like voter drop boxes there were in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? In 2018, and compare that to now after the law. You know what I'm saying? Look at how much mail-in voting they had in 2018, and look how much mail-in voting they have now. You know what I'm saying? And you can do that for so many things, and it's like, you know, if you would just compare it to 2018, you know, it would be net the opposite of suppression. I don't know what that is. Gains. You know what I'm saying? Net more access to the box. You know what I'm saying? But they don't play it like that. Sarah Reese Jones, blue checked, tweeted, Republicans are in a panic after White House press secretary Jen Psaki hit them for voting against funding for the police. Like, bruh, I can't believe these people are running with that, bruh. And I put panic. I'm listening right now because it's funny. I was in my car. It was like in the middle of the day. That's when I usually hit all of them like kind of conservative talk shows, because that's what's on, especially where I live. You know what I'm saying? And bro, I was listening to it right now, and dude, they were literally laughing at that shit. Like, because only team sports psychos would believe that shit. They going through all of the cities. It was like in the middle of it. Like, as I was reading that shit, because sometimes I read that shit while I'm driving, like I shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, as I'm reading that, they going through, like, he's listing all the cities that have like Oakland, like Philly, like all the cities that have defunded the police. You know what I'm saying? And they all like red states, but they want us to believe that it was the blue legislatures that want to defund the police. You know what I'm saying? But it's all red states. Every single one that has done it so far are cities, or red cities. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just don't make sense, bruh. Like, to a sane person, to the non-team sports, you know what I'm saying? Rich Lowry. There's brazen and desperate. Then there's Jen Psaki saying Republicans voted to defund the police. And I put, it's not just Jen Psaki. Look at the sheer numbers of Dems just deep throating that shit. It's truly amazing. And it was, bro. Like, the amount of people that just roll with it. Like, yeah, that sounds good. Let's go with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was the Republicans that were packing the courts too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wanted to pack the whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. Jeff Seitz for Congress, blue check. Jim Jordan spent 853 days, 33 hearings, and millions of taxpayer dollars on Benghazi. Now he's whining about the 1-6 select committee, which was set up the same way. And what I put here in my nose. Not saying that these people crying Benghazi don't get their points. Obviously they do. And it's true. They all saying, you know, bitch, take your medicine, Benghazi. And what can I say? Like, it is basically the same, bro. It's a fucking nothing commission just to score political points. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And they had it done to them. Now they're gonna do it to you because they can. You know. But I put, it's just, they just gotta take their hypocrisy lips to get them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get my little lick in, calling you a hypocrisy, you know, a hypocrite, but you get to do your committee. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure they'll take that trade. You know. And then another little sports one real quick. Bruh, this PPF did the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL, right? Like now, top 10 quarterback, Drew Brees is retired. You know what I'm saying? So you got Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Josh Allen. Not a real argument with any of that. You know what I'm saying? 6, Dak Prescott, bruh. 7, Matt Ryan. 8, Kirk Cousins. 9, Baker Mayfield. And number 10, Lamar Jackson. MVP Lamar Jackson. I'm not even a Lamar Jackson fan, and that is just straight disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I want to sick the CRT people on, what was it? PPF, you know what I'm saying? Professional football, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is that? What kind of disrespect is that to Lamar fucking Jackson, bruh? And another person who's disrespectful too is Deshaun Watson. I know he got his issues right now, but bruh, what team in the league would take Dak Prescott, Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins, or Baker Mayfield over Deshaun Watson or Lamar Jackson? None of them. I'm sure it was just a clickbait bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to move it on. But speaking of kind of politics, just in, Herschel Walker, the Washington Times says, just in, Herschel Walker running for Senate in Georgia, Trump says he's a patriot. Now, I'm not saying that Herschel's going to lose because he's Trump's guy, because I said that Trump is an L, but it don't necessarily apply to people that, you know, Trump might put up. You know what I'm saying? Only, you know, I think people can somehow separate that. You know what I'm saying? Like if it comes, you know, if that's his thing and you're judging this guy against a Democrat, you know, as long as it's not a Trump. If it's a Trump, I don't think they could do it. But if it's like Herschel Walker, if that's your thing, I could see him, you know, like, okay. But I just think that Herschel, he ain't got it, bro. Like, and Warnock he says some crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? And he's wild and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as some of the things that he says, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't want to say he speaks so well. He's a preacher man, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's good at that. Like, he got it going on as far as oration, you know what I'm saying? And Herschel don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I think Herschel loses, man. Like, this is just me, you know. But I'm gonna be interested in seeing Georgians slur Herschel. You know what I'm saying? Like, Georgians gonna slur Herschel Walker, bro. But it's gonna be interesting, him versus Warnock, you know. And then we're gonna skip that one. And then there's just I had the Oakland police chief, and I was gonna play it, but we ran in so long, bruh. I just put AOC says this is hysterical, and it's the man just pleading his case, bruh, saying, bruh, we stuck. You know, this is a crisis, he's saying, and he's bringing you all these stats, and it's terrible. Murder up 90%, bruh, and AOC's just gonna be up there like, you know, I know what we're hearing. It's kind of in the hysteria, you know, like, bitch, the fuck, Shadid Buttar for Congress. In this moment of racial reckoning, what editor had the audacity to give the Oakland police chief a megaphone on the front page of the Fold, above the Fold, after a diverse community just united to establish a position of national leadership? The Chronicle's bias is disturbing. This man got a problem with the Oakland police chief. And I put, interesting that General Milley, world policeman, gets way different treatment than the Oakland police chief from the Dems. You know what I'm saying? Like, General Milley, you know, he's the big man in the military. He's the top ranking officer, and he was celebrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, celebrated when he gave that little speech, bruh. And then this man who's just a police chief in Oakland, bruh, a black man, you know, police chief in Oakland, just come and just begging for help. You know what I'm saying? And nothing. They got nothing for him. You know what I'm saying? It just sucks. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. I'm just thinking that out. Like the Democrats are like, you know, we didn't defund the police. The Republicans are funding the police. I don't remember seeing any fucking Democrat on Twitter, like, you know, have the Chiefs back almost. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? He's right. They need more money. You know what I'm saying? Like, where were they? You know what I'm saying? Like, the Republicans are the defund the police. I didn't see none of them motherfuckers have that dude's back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's whatever. One America News. Ooh, gotta hate to retweet them. Oakland police chief speaks out after city council votes to defund the police by 18 million. And I put ask press secretary if Oakland is red or blue, or to point out all the red cities actually defunding, like what I said that those people on the radio were doing, bro. Like, I want them to ask Jen Psaki that, you know what I'm saying? Because Jen Psaki was the one, she was the second one that suggested that it was the Republicans that were defunding the police, because Chris Wallace was the first, and I'm not gonna let people forget that was Chris Wallace's idea, and then everybody just started parroting that shit because it sounds all pretty and everything, just don't make fucking sense. What John Fuselier and his fucking weirdo ass self. Almost all GOPs in the House just voted to protect statues honoring white supremacist Confederate traitors in the U.S. Capitol. The racists were always conservatives in both parties. Bro, this dude loves labeling people and all of that. Empty suits like GOP leader decry critical race theory because of their uncritical racist principle. Ooh, there's a lot in there, huh? What did I put? They want to tear... I thought it was interesting what I put. They want to tear down the visible depictions of the, quote, uncomfortable truths that they want to teach in class. I ain't tripping though, because I ain't tripping. Fucking, I don't give a shit about the statues of whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But it's just an interesting phenomenon to me. You know what I'm saying? It's all about, like, those uncomfortable truths. We need to teach what really happened. You know what I'm saying? We need to teach about slavery and everything. And now, every fucking one that's from the time of the slavery, bro, they want to tear that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like, it's almost like white people, y'all need to just understand that there's some uncomfortable shit that y'all just gonna have to learn to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? But we can't deal with these statues that's just out here like reminding us of all that shit. It's just too uncomfortable for us. You know what I'm saying, bruh? That's how I look at that shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm stupid, whatever, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, you can't be uncomfortable, so that shit gotta go. But we got to just fucking take that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever, bro. Really. Molly Jong Fast. Old Tucker Carlson. You don't see that shit? Tucker Carlson talking about the NSA spying on him. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the man makes a decent case. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as, like, if he's telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. We need to know if he's telling the truth. He's saying that he got a contact that came to him and said, yo, dog, they spying on you, and that you know, I saw your text messages and all of this, and it's about a show that you're working on. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, yes, these were my texts. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's true, it's like, well, but you gotta kind of prove to me that it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tucker, show me the, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what did I put? I don't even know if I put that one on here, but I put something about, like, oh, it's one that's coming up. I put, if he show the emails, I might. Like, they saying, do you believe Tucker? And I put, bro, if he show the emails, I might. Like, who cares? Because that was his whole thing, is like, he's saying they doing that, like, all the text messages were about a story that he was about to break, and that they want to shut him down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I put, like, who cares what the story was? You know what I'm saying? You was on the story. Who cares what that story was? The story now is the emails. You know what I'm saying? So show us the emails. You know what I'm saying? Show how they matched what those people had. You know, show me what your man had. Show me how it matched what you had. And then I'm like, ooh. But until then, it's just like whatever, bro. Like it reminds me of, what was the other thing where he had a and look, I don't watch no Tucker. The only Tucker I see is what comes across Twitter. But it was doing something, and he had the little disk drive that was coming in the mail or something, and it never arrived, and he swore that they stole it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of reminds me of that type of shit. You know, it's just funny how that shit keeps happening with Tucker. Oh, you know, and everybody was on Tucker, bro. Like, someone tell Tucker Carlson that the NSA is just not that into him. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of funny, but like, to that, like, yeah, like, it's like everybody's like all the other side, like, they'll totally dismiss it. I'm being like, it's interesting, but I need more. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Like, yeah, I agree. I think the NSA spies on everybody, but, like, it's interesting to me how Like all the people on the left that shitting on, like, yeah, whatever, Tucker, like, yeah, they worried about you, dog, like they spying on you, dog. Weren't they just talking about how they were spying on Schiff and all of that during the impeachment? Like, who was doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who was doing that? And you didn't have no problems believing that they were spying on Schiff, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny how that works. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the, or even like the when it was the impeachment and they had all their little unnamed sources in their spot. Like, you know what I'm saying? They had no problems believing all these people. You know what I'm saying? Tucker said he got emails, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, yeah, whatever you got, whatever, Tucker. You know, this is just whatever. Andrew Goss, U.S. Air Force. Tucker Carlson is a traitor and an asshole. And I put maybe so. But if so, that's kind of like more reason why, you know, they might want to fucking spy on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you calling him a traitor and a fucking asshole and all of this. And Tucker's this big white supremacist. And white supremacy is the biggest threat to the homeland and all of that. But then, like, you know, but then why would they want to, you know, what would they be doing spying on Tucker? Well, you said it, buddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, man? Michael Burks, I believe. Oh, I already said that. I guess what we got? And then I had a straight tweet by me about Schiff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have no problems doing that. The horse whisperer, Rep. Clyburn, frequently endorses Democrats. Chantel Brown is a Democrat, unlike her opponent, and that's the big deal. Apparently, that just broke tonight. Whip Clyburn, from South Carolina, decided that he's gonna endorse Nina. What's her name? Nina Turner, a Bernie acolyte, who's running in Ohio, bruh. And this dude's just coming out and endorsing her opponent. You know what I'm saying? There's so much like ickiness to that. You know what I'm saying? But like the horse whisperer says, Whip Clyburn frequently endorses Democrats. Chantel Brown is a Democrat, unlike her opponent, because that's the big deal. They talk about how Bernie and all of them are not real Democrats. You know what I'm saying? And look, that's fine, bruh. I don't know how they keep taking that shit, bruh. Like, leave those motherfuckers. Like, the Democrats, they have these fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like Bernie Sanders and all of this squad and everybody, they not real Democrats. Then you're looking at Joe Manchin and them and all of them, you know, like those few Joe Manchin Christian cinema type people, they're not real Democrats. Bitch, do y'all understand? Like, do these people understand? Like, Bernie and them could leave and go green. You don't want them to be Democrats? That's fine. Let them go. They're not going to go Republican, but they might go somewhere else. Or Manchin and cinema. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want West Virginia to get somebody else besides for them? Well, guess what? It's probably going to be a fucking blue person. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, bro? But whatever. Tribalism, all of that shit. You know, it's all going down right now. And I think that's about it, yo. That's all we got. I know I can still hear this air, bro. I'm sorry, but don't be mad at me. Be mad at the wife. I just hope it ain't too bad, bro. Cause it sounds like fucking loud as shit in my headphones. But whatever, bro. You know how professional we get out here. But whatever, bro. That's what we got for the Twitter streets. Hopefully we can edit this into a, something okay. You know what I'm saying? See y'all next time.